It was injustice on a colossal scale, driven at least in part by misogyny in its most literal sense, hatred of women.
Last month, Scotland's First Minister apologised to a group previously persecuted.
I am choosing to acknowledge that egregious historic injustice and extend a formal posthumous apology to all those accused, convicted, vilified or executed under the Witchcraft Act 1563.
That's right, she apologised to witches. And it wasn't out of the blue. This was 2 years in the making, led by the Witches of Scotland campaign.
And we're no longer happy with recording only one side of history, the side that historically men as scholars had recorded.
A quick history recap. From the 16th to the 18th century, both the church and the government believed the devil was hiding among common people, trying to make bad things happen, from people getting sick to crops dying. If someone was suspected of being responsible for unexplainable events, they were accused of being a witch.
They genuinely believed what they were doing is trying to rid the devil from society. What, of course, they were actually doing was persecuting innocent women.
An estimated 4,000, mostly women, were accused of being witches in Scotland over nearly 200 years. Experts estimate 2/3 of people accused were ultimately killed.
It was thought that women were less, I suppose, intelligent, less morally upstanding, and therefore more likely to be taken in by the devil's charm.
Many people in Scotland grew up unaware of this dark chapter in their history books, including Zoe Venditazi, who grew up in Fife County, where many of the witch trials were held.
In Scotland, it was something that was orchestrated and organised by the state. It was legal.
They basically are looking for a scapegoat.
Across the Atlantic, genealogist David Allen Lambert studies witches in New England, where they faced a dark fate if found guilty.
How many generations of my family suffered because of this? Because you're being pointed at, oh, you're the grandchild of that witch. So maybe that's the reason my family didn't talk about it. Or maybe, of course, it could have just been lost to history.
David's family has a deep connection to the New England witch trials. His 10th great-grandmother was accused of being a witch in the 1600s. According to his family records, she was able to bribe the jailer and escape to Maine.
I think you feel honored that you had someone who had to go through that persecution and they become sort of a hero to you.
While the accused witches of the 16th century were not practicing the craft, today, many people like Pam Grossman are reclaiming the word witch as part of a growing feminist movement.
All of this is about claiming one's own power and claiming the fact that we are all divine, we are all part of nature. By more of us being out in public and identifying ourselves and being proud about it, only through that will some of these negative stereotypes start to dissolve.
These powers are gifts.
Witchcraft has exploded in recent years. According to research, the number of Americans who identify as pagan or Wiccan has jumped from 34,000 in 2001 to nearly 2 million people today. The practice looks different for everyone, things like tarot cards or honoring different moon cycles. And like many things in this social media age, it's even found a home on TikTok and Instagram.
The Spirit of Swords. Just seeing more of us having these more witchcraft conversations or, just talking about these topics. I'm liking this reclamation of the witch.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.